What's up? I'm back. And I want to talk about something that is far more important than I think a lot of people realize. It was a lot more important than I realized until I really dug in and got to know more about it. And I think that the more you dig in, the more you do. And bye. I'm no, not right now.
Eh, nothing.
Thank you. I love you. Have a nice day.
Can I hug you?
No, I'm on a call. Can you hug me later?
No, we're actually leaving right now.
Okay. Well, have fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube, so I can't stop what I'm doing. Thank you. That went well. Sorry for that interruption. Oh my gosh. Where was I? Oh yeah, the wheels were coming off. My daughter doesn't always understand the context of what interruption means at a broad level sometimes. And I love her, but sometimes she'll walk into my office and not caring one bit about what I'm up to. Anyway, back to time blocking. That was fun. I hadn't realized it until I understood how much time it freed up. I had no idea how much time it freed up. And think about it this way. You wake up in the morning and you have, rub your eyes out and you exercise or grab a coffee, whatever you do to start your day. I think about it this way: like I get a notice, it's time to like pay some bill. It's due. That's fine. And then as I get into the day, work all day, and then you might be heading across town, maybe you're commuting to work. Check engine light comes on. You get a notice that your card was declined for some transaction, and you're like, why was my card locked? I don't remember getting a message from the bank. And you call the bank and you unlock the card. Usually it's just a series of press 7, whatever, dialogues. And then that transaction gets approved. Thank goodness you're back in business and you're able to run your household. And then, you get home or I stop working for a minute sometimes and I'll put some clothes in it, take them out of the wash and put them in the dryer before they get, stinky. And then moving across the house, one of my favorite ways to procrastinate is to do the dishes. Just pop things into the machine, whatever. And then later in the day, got to figure out dinner, get kiddo to some appointment or after school thing, and then get her ready for bed. And then, we all rack out and go to sleep. And the next day, wake up, exercise, journal, meditate, coffee, work all day. And then half of the groceries just bought are already bad. And the car tire has a low air. One of the tires has low air. And then Apple Charge, got a message, Apple Charge for another $9.99 for something. I don't remember what we subscribed to, but it just says Apple. Like it doesn't even tell you what it was for. You have to go into the transaction. And oftentimes running around, I don't really have time for that noise. So I'll get back to it later if I remember. I got an email from the boss or an email from the client. Those are always coming in all day long. And then, you keep rolling with it. And then, promise myself that I'm going to do some self-care this weekend, maybe meditate extra long or exercise extra hard, or maybe even take a day off or read something I've been meaning to get to. Usually just put it off till next week. The kid may interrupt my my live on here on YouTube or any number of conference calls during the course of the day, at least until school's back in. And by the way, the school needs money. They need a donation to get things started for some program or contribute to some program that she's a part of. And then the dog throws up, and then dental insurance emails me saying that they didn't get the payment even though I saw the transaction go through a couple of days ago. So I guess I got to call them and figure out what happened. And then somebody texts, you coming tonight? And honestly, I don't know if I'm coming out tonight. And oh yeah, the electric bill was due. I remember getting that notification earlier. And why is it always somebody's birthday? And honestly, I have so much compassion for all of you out there. I mean, even I suppose for myself, for how much effort, how much work adulting is sometimes. And that's just the things around the work we do. During the day, most people, you know, allow their inbox to be their to-do list. And the problem I realized there is that an inbox is a terrible to-do list because it's not my priorities. I mean, sometimes things have a way of becoming a priority. Certainly things that are broken need to be fixed. But the real issue is that that inbox isn't a to-do list. It's other people's to-do lists, or at least a fraction of their to-do list that they're just kind of including you in on. And just because all of that's overwhelming, it doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you're failing. And none of that, even when I was challenged more so by that stuff before I started time blocking, it doesn't mean I was failing. You know, we all have periods when we fall into the trap of letting the inbox become the to-do list. And the chaos I just went through is the result of an inbox being a to-do list. And what time blocking helped me do is contain that madness. And it looked like I was it looks and feels like you're blocking off time to do a specific thing. And it can feel like a loss because during that time, there's the assumption that other things can't get done, which isn't always true, but that is certainly the principle. But what focus time means, you're not context switching. And the time that you haven't blocked off, or the time you've blocked off for specific tasks or attention on a specific topic, is more efficient. And that's how you end up getting more done. It's kind of nuts the way that works. And I've got a graphic, and mind you, if you're watching 2 episodes ago, I think it was 129, 128, might have been 128, where I said that I'm trying this new Google studio.youtube.com to, instead of third-party software, to use the native going live sort of recording. A couple things right off the bat. One, not everything is blocked. And several of these are optional, like when you see the green one that says sales/content. So I use a calendar time booking application. I use Fantastical. A lot of people use Calendly or Acuity, other ones where you can book somebody's time through a little interface, or someone can, go through the interface and book your time or my time. They're really great applications, and I'm gonna explain more about that in a second, because optional time is a huge win. You'll see up here the mindfulness, exercise, and coffee. I kind of go through this process when I first get up in the morning. And the thing about this process, and that's 4:30 till 6 a.m. And then family time is 6 to 7:30, which is basically me getting everybody up and out the door so everybody can get to school or work and have a successful day. And I will have already been up, so I'm a cup of coffee in. It's like a cheat code. I've already built momentum. On Monday, you see the CFO time, SEO space time, where I check in with analytics and reporting. A lot of those things come in over the weekend or first thing Monday morning. And it's great to have an understanding of what has happened or what's moved the needle across all my clients at the beginning of the week. So then I'm not caught off guard if there's ever questions about it. And it's good to be in the know. I write emails, I have a coaching call, and then I have fulfillment. Those blue fulfillment times, that's when I'm actually working on deliverables for the client, or delegating deliverables for a client, or taking in deliverables for a client and understanding some sort of scope or ask or request, or I am just leading the team and doing one-on-one calls. So all of that is production fulfillment work. And then the gray is all content production. It's when I make videos, the how-to videos on my channel. You can go check those out. Or I plan this YouTube video. I'm writing emails for my list. And then the rest of the week, like I've got the sales and or content, which is there's 2 green blocks on there, which is optional. If you go to my website, residentpixel.co, and you click on the book a discovery call button, you will see times available in these windows in which I can be booked for 45 minutes. It's completely free, and people click on it all the time. So I often have sales calls during these times on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it's optional time. So if someone hasn't booked me, then I can make content. That's the deal. That's the trade I've made with myself. If I'm not booked, it needs to be more content time, because there's really almost nothing more important other than doing a great job with fulfillment is creating content for the business. That's what moves the needle. And the other one is community and collaboration. That's when I do collaborative content, record the podcast, well spaced, with my friend Olga, or I do local community outreach, local community administration. I'm on a couple of boards for local business association type things. That really goes a long way to me feeling like I'm contributing locally. And it's a sales strategy in and of itself. And also sometimes community is coaching community. So it might be specific to Squarespace creation, Squarespace broader circle community work, or it might be one of the communities that I'm in where I'm collaborating with people from a technical standpoint or a business admin standpoint and doing or getting some coaching. So there's all kinds of communities that I'm in. But look, a lot of this time is unblocked. Like you can see the bulk of Friday afternoon is unblocked. I have a VIP link that clients can use to book me in those windows of time if they have questions or they want to touch base on some things. So it's just a different link on the same booking platform. And another one will be, it's discretionary. If something's on fire, then there's room in my schedule to put the fire out. And that's an important part of time blocking, is baking in flexibility. So the rigidity helps to get focused things done during those focused times. And since I started kind of living this life about a year and a half ago, I've gotten a lot more done. The business has grown. The channel has grown. Lots of things have grown. And it's gone a long way to influencing my personal life. I didn't share my personal life one, but listen, I got a Saturday and Sunday time block thing too, where I gotta water this plant on Saturdays. It's on there. And run to the grocery, do those things. Like, it opened up more time, which really blew me away. So if you have time blocking strategies, or if you want to tell me I'm nuts, you can do that down below in the comments. Either way, I'd love to see it. I'd love to have it. And I am looking forward to hearing more and learning more about other people's time blocking. If you want a deeper reference, the book I use to get started on this, and my system is pretty close to it, though I've definitely adapted it, is a book called Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. And it's really, really solid. He does a great job of explaining it. Go grab it, or just here in YouTube, go search for one of those bad like summary videos where they draw it all out, and then it'll probably make you realize you need to buy the book, but highly recommend it. Can't recommend it enough. So I hope this was helpful. And I told you coming into this, when I started this live show back up, that I was going to be doing more behind the scenes. Well, that was definitely behind the scenes. And kind of dorky, if I'm being honest. So anyway, I will see you next Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. And